Now, it's that time of the week and that time of the day where we give full attention to local football. Hello and welcome once again, Fabrice Musonera, your host. This past weekend, it was another dimension. Title chase of the MTN Premier League was entering day 22, which means we've got 4 games left before we conclude the season. Teams like Green Mamba, Mbabane Swallows, Young Buffaloes, all those teams are still in the race for the title. Now, today's show will actually have some of the highlights from the teams from the bottom down there to see how also the race is going. Remember, we've got Tabanguru Kellys, we've got the likes of Seven Dreams and Manzini Wanderers who are still also avoiding. Talking about Kellys, they had to go home with a package of 6 goals that they conceded from this inform Mbabane Swallows. This is the game that played at Prince of Wales in Mbabane. Otherwise, for Wanderers, playing a team against Relolo Leopards, it's the defending champions. You have to say it was a credit for the likes of Nyangatlop and his boys for going and be able to get a goalless draw against an inform team like Red Leopards. Manzini Wanderers still also hoping that it could be the season where they maintain once again presence in the Premier League next season. We'll talk about this game and also hear what unfolded. For the likes of also Moreni Pirates and Singizin Hotspurs within the top 8 of the MTN Premier League, it was a game for the likes of Moreni Pirates to get 3 points on the day. 1-0 was the actual results. We'll hear also the coaches by looking at the in-depth analysis and some of the highlights. All that is going to be here live on Libhola Eswatini. Don't go anywhere because it's a show where we drive you what's happening in the local football. Just remember as well that we're heading to a bigger weekend. We're waiting for some of the biggest game in the land. That's a story for some time later on or sometime next week. But for now, it is about the past weekend and how teams played. Linda Dlamini, our in-house analyst, who has all the insights when we talk about local football. One thing, like I said, he could be my friend, he could be my colleague, but if he's not on point, I will say it. He said by the time we come back here, 7 Dreams will be relegated. They're not yet relegated.
Yeah, ngiyabonga Fabrice ukungikwela ehlelweni lakho ngidithoba lokukhulu ngivusele wena ama-loyal viewers. You are right Fabrice. I think i-result yabo against yona i-Denver Sundowns siyayibuka ihamba nema-highlights kodwa ngicabanga ukuthi idlale better than Denver Sundowns. Somehow baba motivated kulele ngakusho kodwa ndawusho nakhona ukuthi some of the players abakete gaming because balalela nakule ngakusho base ba decide ngaye gaming.
Now, you've been talking, we're going to look at the total highlights of teams, all the games, all the games that played over the weekend. A total of 18 goals were scored over the weekend. Set pieces. When you get into the highlights, some of the games we're going to see, majority of the goals are set pieces. But I think at the top of the screen, that is the heaviest, goal results that we've had in more than 3 to 4 weeks. 6-0 against Tabanguru Kellys. What's happening at Tabanguru Kellys, Master? Because they finished the previous season in the top 5. Since Wahamba coach Nuro Ndibane, things change, or it has to do with the management. That's chair and logo. But you have to look at also Mbabane Highlanders, which I think they are quiet also there and there. They're maintaining that 1-0, 2-1, 1-0, not. But so far they are 43 points, which is something you can say maybe they're doing quite good. Look at Red Leopards. From the results that you're looking at over the weekend, what was the most surprising results to you?
The most surprising result, Singizin Hotspurs versus Moreni Pirates. Moreni Pirates win 1-0. Kodwa ke le game leyo sinayo. Ngicabanga ukuthi the result lo munye bekangicabanga ukuthi Singizin Hotspurs lokungenani ku Moreni Pirates bangayithola i-draw. Again a scoreline between Mbabane Swallows ne Tabanguru Kellys. Sisaba sikhulu kakhulu. If you ufuna ku survive relegation akamele ukuthi udliwe ngamagoli angaka, but otherwise nawubuka Tambuti Young Buffaloes solo ichubeke njalo solo iyancenga yabathola labo 2-1 yabathola labo 1-0 ngicabanga ukuthi itendela nayo ifavor because ekugcineni kutawusona sekubalwa lama point lawa abamgcoka
kakhulu lamagoli. When you talk about Buffaloes,
yes,
yet to lose a game in the season
over 30 games. Solo banga Kalpas on Young Buffaloes in Gabansi. They are one of the most consistent team.
And on Saturday, sorry to cut you, they tested the first position for just 24 hours.
Yeah.
But Saturday just for a few hours, then Sunday, babuyela number 2.
And bekutaba lukhulu kakhulu ke Fabrice kube kuthiwa Young Buffaloes yawina Saturday yafika iGreen Mamba yadliwa. Bekutaba lukhulu kakhulu ukuthi Young Buffaloes isuke lapha eTulu. Ngilenye ama teams lawa lathi nasekahle eTulu esicungweni bese kuba lukhulu kwehla ibuye pass. I think Young Buffaloes kumele ukuthi bayicaphele kakhulu the way lesolo inyonyoba ngayo Fabrice itana lokunye lengenteka ku surprise ama team.
All right, getting to the juicy stuff of the weekend. Babane Swallows, should I say, were they home or they're within a city? And the Prince of Wales in Babane against Tabanguri Kedis, their supporters in their numbers, getting inside Prince of Wales. I'm looking at close to 200 or 300 supporters there.
Yeah, ibalandzeli bembabane Swallows bebaphumile Fabrice Prince of Wales batodlala nayo iThabangulu Kellies lengicabanga ukuthi lama fans asabelieve ukuthi Caleb uyabatholela lama results against Thabangulu Kellies. Thabangulu Kellies on the day yathola red card. Le red card lena Fabrice,
your judgment on the red card, master?
Bekuyi yellow card.
Yes.
Initially bekuyi yellow card because of lesandla lesetela busweni, but upon kuphendvula uNompembe noma khona la kusho kuNompembe wasesothola iyellow card yesibili lokwabe seku resulta to yona I red card leyo free kick leyo yakhoza inkinga ku Thabangulu Kellies because Muthanda what imbabane Swallows yathola igoli layo lesibili.
What you've been talking about him and that cross from Mabila, and I think Felix also applied something, but two heads in one position. Aguma opponents. Where is the defense? We look at it, but Nyambuga Matanda, it's not his height. You can maintain his height. Buga, what happens?
Yeah, defense because now Buga about 3 players inside the box bazamile kumaka yena Muthanda. I feel like bekungamile ukuthi bamnike space lesingaka sekujumpa. And ke Fabrice nangibuka the celebrations kumbabane Swallows, we talked about my celebration. One of the players labebakhona about 5 years ago beka celebrate beka ngaseluswati beka sina celebrate ahambe yedwa ayikoneni kube bethe lo mlandzela ko, but look at the way nakakora yes,
and the assist from Felix, yes,
the assist from Felix and uyayibona le team batawuta njenyalo bo Felix bete bomanyisa nang Felix uyeta ngicabanga ukuthi kukutshengisa something unlike that Swallows bekunatumelo beka gijima kakhulu beka sina kakora agijima yedwa ekoneni bangamlandzeli, but ngicabanga ukuthi the head even nalokujumpa vele goalkeeper bekumshiya angena chance. But there's something I like about Felix and Muthanda. Felix if atawuhamba ayengale ku far post le bhola wenda show ukuthi iyabuya ibe ekhatsi uyayithola Muthanda.
This is the moment I want Master to talk about. Yes, I get that, but when done goalkeeper from that free kick yakwak we said is trying to throw it back. What's the strategic of the goal? Another reaction he can't argue would see it's not an own goal or not.
Mind you, wangena as a substitute.
Akusilo
waqala le game and wangena wakilatika na free kick yakwakhe uyayishaya kwakhe because lena on goal Fabrice on goal, yes, iyafika etandleni takhe uyayithatha yena ngetandla uyifaka ekhathini nethini. I think yeah, there is a lot lekumele ukuthi kwendeke kuyo iThabangulu Kellies.
Maybe sanasasibuka lemthetho webhola mas as a goalkeeper, you've got a goalkeeper coach. What was the idea? Was the ball heavy? Maybe
no. Wrong technique. You focus. Focus. It's easier Fabrice. If le bola itakanje, you allow ivumela le bola kuthi ite ifike ingenela tandleni takho bese wena so unakuphakama kancane uphakama kancane la lemkhathisini lakho lemtimba liyadunusa libhekele ekhathi letandla tibe ngito lekushina le bola when they show ukuthi noma ngathi uyaphakama itahlala la sifubeni, but yena instead akaza kude buka le ngikuchaza ku Fabrice kude ngisho nakunye la kwenda la uyabona yo uflat umile ume straight sorry ume straight and unaka me straight le tandla atikushin le bhola tiyayiphakamisa defy khathe.
And I like on how Felix was there to also make sure that if he misses it, he was going to net it. Now, let's get to the more highlights because more pressure was coming from Imbabane Swallows, which I think for me, now what's on the day, so far, Caleb Ngwenye is coming out with the proper starting lineup that it's seven there so far. This is another opportunity for Imbabane Swallows.
Fabrice, badlali labangena bayo Imbabane Swallows nawubuka ukuthi ubuka Sizwe lwethu Nunu wangena wayishintsha igame and Felix kule game lena ngicabanga sibeka ngamshaya even na 4 5 6 wemagoli nawubuka lama chances lawathola.
Kelly's also tried their best.
Yeah, nabo bazama igame bese ivele ilahlekile kwakhe wasuka from midfield wahamba waya defense wadlala kahle kakhulu and Nhlanhla Ngwenya nawubuka the speed if Fabrice sithi i-team legod utayibona ukuthi ikhona ukuthi those short passes ibese seyiyawashintsha lawo ma short passes ifake the ball behind i-defense na understand ukuthi kunebadlali abaquick laba njengabo Nhlanhla Ngwenya akusadzingi lapho ukuthi wende udlale lawo ma short passes because lo muntu already uyagijima na ungabuka nje la from this highlight ukuthi le defense yayo iThabankulu Kelly's already vele Nhlanhla Ngwenya uyayishiya so le bhola kumele ukuthi uyifake ngalo uyifakele ngakuyi goalkeeper nakaphume Felix uyamthola ibhola ligol le Felix leli laba lawo leziligol la Felix
at Premier League level master kwakhe try cross he's short Nhlanhla is short bavumela kanjani ukuthi ibhola ibe aza itfule nje embi kwakhe look at the cross that comes from kwakhe.
The vision,
the
vision, and the lokushilda kwamthanda. If the clip ingabuyela emva kancane.
Okay.
I think it's a combination. It's a combination, Fabrice, because if vision ya kwakhe and uyamtshela ukuthi lokusignala ukuthi hamba ngifuna kuyifaka le bhola ngale behind the defense then wena kumele ikuthole look at that then uyifaka ngentuli washilda Mthanda washilda le defense utovulela in uvula le space if ashilda Mthanda uvula le space.
So the two Kelly's defenders bebacabanga ukuthi yamthanda kanzi
Mthanda also mbonile Nhlanhla ukuthi uyahamba uvula le space because if uta eliminator noma uta ushilda i-defense central defender uyishilda uvula skhala ukuthi lona lo your winger akhona thole leso space ayinde ishort or afake i-cross in this case wayifaka i-cross walicedzisa
always at the right place always at the right place when he's needed his positioning
the positioning for Presi ngicabanga ku Felix the tactical awareness kuye inside the box always those late runs lesihlale sikhuluma ngawo kuye ngicabanga ngiyo lamenta ukuthi abe one of the best we understand ukuthi when to run when not to run because good players for Presi ngihlale ngithi mina a good player uyathi ukuthi kumele ngiyendeni le run inside the box or labanye bathi 90 minutes wonke bafike bathi hey Felix Avilapa no is smart. He knows where to run. He knows when to run.
Which goes to what you said. Once Mthanda goes wide, Felix knows where to be.
Exactly. Akwendeki ngemiracle. Akusiyo nje involute ayenda overnight. Let involute trainwa badlali ba understand ukuthi one ipartner yami nayita ungena igijime iye kuphi mina ngenda njani.
Now, that's also another highlight that we talked about. Now, Kelly's now is Amire to try to be back into the game, but they were not hitting the target as we look at more goals coming for Swallows. The build-up in this case, as we're looking at some of the build-up we're checking from both teams, but they were not working. But maybe I want to highlight as we wait for the next highlight and the goal master. Positioning Yagwake within the team. Are you impressed for a coach to think that he needs to be in that position? What a chance, but... It was not scary for the keeper.
Njoba ngishilo Fabrice ukuthi yena kwakhe wabe suyashintsha uyodlala i-center back kule game le lapho khona wafika wadlala kahle kakhulu but
What a change for season.
kulama chance lawa Fabrice if ungayibuka uyibuke kahle le chance le lama bhola lengikhuluma ngawo lama runs lengikhuluma ngawo and
Look at the speed ukhulume ngayo master. This is the speed
and Fabrice ngasho ukuthi Nhlanhla kule chance le wa silence the whole Swallows bench lebe shout ukuthi pasa ibhola kule chance lesiyibonile before but Felix ngicabanga ukuthi onke lamagoli nawabuka Fabrice angekhathi eboxing.
But master, in this case, this goal, specific goal, let's talk about his positioning. Does his height nokuba mutse kwakhe kwedla inzima because akajump it doesn't even jump that high. Look, he just gets.
There's no need for him.
And look at the defense. So, no one is marking.
Good thing of Fabrice ukuthi ajumpe kakhulu kule bhola le because uyedwa i-defense nowhere to be found and ibhola ite kahle right height everything ngale bhola ite kahle so there's no need ukuthi ujumpe kakhulu because now ujumpa kakhulu utayishela ngaphansi so ngicabanga ukuthi him ngiba ne-experience we understand that buka ukuthi free header just a free header akucingi nokuthi azazube but the defender yayo iThabankulu Kelly's uyatihambela because noma ngabe akayitholi noma ngabe Felix uyiyekele beyitamthola sezolwethu la ngemuva ayicontrol ayishaye.
Now he's got all the time and all the space in the moment. Sizolwethu also had a good game. Nangbukala the skills akhe on the day, which I think, wow, this is the things you do, Master Nangabe very so we need.
Something Caleb Langaitanz.
But he likes the boy because when he was injured, during his injury moments, he was really not really in the good mood. But buga matando buga combination yabo. But that's one. Look at the cross again now. And sees we look. Oof. Wow.
What a good header.
Textbook.
A textbook header. Textbook header. This is what lesihlala sikhuluma ngako Fabrice ukuthi ema headers it's na iqhamuka ngala ngenhlangano but the run yakhe ezwane. I think
is this that's in system yakhalebini because that by the time the cross comes buka labantu bebakhona in the box if Sizo bata igauge Felix is in the back also behind him to put it in the net. The same opposition applies. Before Naga Felix, Sizo basemuva kwakhe.
Before ke Fabrice sifike lapho ukuthi leti nombolo utingetani nekhatsa boxing. Asesibuke nabadlali labakhonile ukuthi ba break ngala ku left wing.
Yes.
Simbonile Sizolwethu a break ku left wing. Sambona Zwana break ku left wing. Sambona even na Felix eta ngala left wing. Sambona Mthanda, sambona Nhlanhla. If ukhuluma ngama forwards ukhuluma ngemumvu longakhona kudlala anywhere across the look at Felix ukuthi ukuphi ngala ngenhlanga la uyofaka icross uyifakela Sizolwethu a good chance a good pass from yena Felix ngicabanga ukuthi the way Caleb la idlalisa ngayo lethi as much as labanye bangeke bajabule the way the team bafune ipass ngayo but
another wing play.
Exactly. Ngala ngenhla
Felix now sesibuka noNhlanhla.
Sekunanhlanhla ngala ngenhlangalana. Bonke labadlali. Namkhanza Nhlanhla ngalesinye isikhathi utamkhanza ngale ngento asingale. Ubuye ukhanze Sizolwethu angala nangale gadlela ukhona. And lawo ma crosses labawafaka ke khatse boxing. Bawafakela yena Felix. Ngeke understand ukuthi uheader kanganani height yakhe, experience yakhe.
I want to touch on something. Not only this game, Mas. I think for the past 2-3 games now when I paid attention, most of their goals are coming from wings, the sides. Those crosses, when the defenders are trying to get back into the moment, but they just put in the crosses. Everyone knows his job. Everyone knows his moment. And that's when you confuse them. And everyone, aerial balls, they are quite good. Now, Nuno, at some point, the skills we talked about him. He released a cross at some point. But then, like I said, Mas, is it a team spirit? Is it in the system ya Caleb? Is it the system let's Coach Caleb?
Fabrice kulama tactics akhe Caleb nawubuka it's a stretch ulivule le ground ulivula kanjani ke le ground Fabrice uthatha your pace wingers kube ngiwo lela tawuvula abheke le it's number 11 number 7 abese nabakathola le bhola if asheshe ayithola le bhola uyayifaka i-cross ekase boxini so ngicabanga sinayo nje sizolo lethu wayingenele le game leni wangena as a sub but wathi nakangena wayithola i-assist walithola le-goal ngicabanga for him coming on as a sub he had a good game.
Okay. Now, at some point, before we move to the next game, we've talked about how Bo Nuno, back in the days, now Makrish, they were the cream of the future of Mbabane Swallows. What does maybe Nuno needs with some intended form lane?
Kuba focused. Kuba focused. Abesiswe trainer. Alalele. Letinvo leto tita kambisa because the focus hambisana discipline. I training hambisana discipline. Ulalela is listening. There is a listening skill. Uyamlalela coach, uyalalela advice. Ngicabanga if atawukhona kule tinvo le Fabrice angisiye umumvu lo shesha appraise badlali labancane. Angithi nje nangibona umumvu bese sengisheshe ngiyampraise. Ngifuna ukuthi umumvu afike ati-prove silibone leli talent. Sisingalibona leli talent ebese soba consistent. If maybe
has proved himself.
Exactly. Since afikile ku Mbabane Swallows, udiscipline
Kwak has proved himself.
Since afikile young Buffaloes, afikile Mbabane Swallows, discipline.
Okay. Now, we've got information that after that heavy defeat of Mbabane Swallows against Tabanguri Kedis, Tabanguri Kedis actually are in a journey to try and revamp the team, trying to make sure that they get better results. Remember that they have already a director. So they were introducing a co-director, siyathi ukuthi at the helm of things so far siyathi ukuthi kuna Babengutse, but he was introducing Master a co-director all the way from Gabon. Asesimuve ukuthi uthini co-director ngathi nyalo ngutse uyakhuluma at this point in time. Asesibeve ukuthi bathini nalo co-director ofika uthini umsebenzi wakhe. Ungakusho nga director.
Fabrice, after yona njoba social ukuthi after the heavy defeat kuyo iThabangulu Kedis after game before introduce a co-director yena Ngutse blast my players blast coaches the way labadlala ngayo kule game le ngiya understand the body language everything beyingekho spot on kule game eMbabane Swallows. Imagine uletha co-director etekutobukela i-team ifike consider 6 not end badlale athole red card goalkeeper fake amagoli cishe ungaboni nje lokuningi ukuthi kwenteka ini ngicabanga uyam-understanda ukuthi abe frustrated kanganani.
What were wakhuluma nabo the two of them? Let's hear what they had to say, starting with the one director that we know, Mr. Ngutse, and later on we'll go to the one who came in all the way from Gabon.
And the family kusi finally the director so ufikile, so we are happy. I think kuba khona kwakhe kutawu eda ivelu ngoba emehlona kangu ayabonisana, so I think we spirit kulabadlali and the supporters ukuthi ba happy and bayam appreciate the director nemngakhe, but saya drawing board njengoba afikile nje utaba khona sisawuhlala phansi sikhulume bese sifuna indlela ukuthi sitawuphuma kanjani kule position lesikuyo.
Yeah, obviously, the position is not good. It's something that we are not happy with, but our main objective is to get out of it and then to be maintained in the first division. So we'll use all the way that we have to take the team out of that position. And I'm sure we'll discuss everything and we'll make everything in place so that the team get a maximum point to get out of that position from the next games. Yeah, we didn't come for one season. We come for the long term. So we'll see. Our main objective is not to be relegated. Yeah, but if that one is the case, if God decided that way, we cannot change it. But we'll work back to come back in the first division. We'll always be there.
Now, Master, 10 seconds, not more than 10 seconds. what does someone from Gabon, all the way from the Gabon, would have an interest from a team from Eswatini, especially Tabanguru Kellys? Nothing, no disrespect for Tabanguru Kellys. I'm looking at their position. Why would you have an interest in a team like that? What happened?
Who knows, Feb? Maybe he's a friend. Stembiso Mamba, long director in Goods. But if I figure investors, because my club owners, my investors, Amot Oiba from Gabon is the long co-director nyalo asati ukuthi yini la ibonile ukuthi abankulukele but njengoba ngisho ukuthi maybe kunebungani noma kunebudlelwane lobukhona lotawufuna kusita umuntu lamjwayele ukuthi i-team yakhe ingafi.
Now, at the Mavusa Sports Center, same weekend, we would take a look at what unfolded between Manzini Wanderers and Royal Leopard. Master, we've seen this happening. Defending champions, really, it's not their season, it's not their year. They're facing a Manzini Wanderers that is trying to avoid relegation. Gule game learn. Would you say a point, belihle kakhulu for Wanderers, ukuthi ayikakone kuhle kule game learn?
Kuta kule game learn Fabrice ita Manzini Wanderers in a pressure. A must-win game, or at least get a point.
This is the defense of a defending champion. When again in this defense?
Yeah, I think uluzi balance. Uluzi balance for Presi and Gabansile.
Junior still has got it, yeah.
Yeah, but the chance before Gule, Manzini Wanderers have told my chances. Defense Manzini Wanderers. Sorry, Royal Leopard. Being more especially for the better part of the game. Now, Boga, I'm starting to mention Makam because now Kulumang defense.
It's a foul, but it's outside the box.
Outside the box.
Opinion.
Yes,
nice.
Outside the box. Foul.
Outside the box.
Outside the box. Clear.
Not the last man standing. Can we look at it again, man?
Stalbona.
I did my own observation. It's outside the box. It's a foul. It's outside the box, and he's not the last man. Let's look at it before we move on, because I want your opinion. Why you not the Bugamakam? He's not the last man. Yeah.
Yeah, not the last man, because ukona masangane ngalangintas is masangane. Yes, but I
the contact is
ingaphandle Fabrice. Yeah, ingaphandle yellow card. Yes, yellow card for the foul and nekube indirect free kick lengaphandle golbhokisi. But I feel like it let defense. Imagine if being a Katsi kwe 18 area. Imagine Manzini Wanderers ithole penalty, ikore idliwe i-Royal Leopard. Survival relegation Manzini Wanderers. And Fabrice, I like the way ngiyayithanda lendlela yena nyanga lafike afaka ngayo le team. Ufike wathi kulabadlali angeke ngize ngifake ama tactics kakhulu.
Be yourself.
Go and enjoy.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. If when on a speed, take them on. Yabona, dlala ube free. So everyone nyalo so dlala wonke mdlali, every player kule team eManzini Wanderers udlala ngalokukhulu ukutethemba, udlala ngalokukhulu ukukhululeka, because sometimes ama tactics kakhulu etene bami base German, they wanted to confuse badlali base Africa, badlali base Brazil, because bona ibhola bayidadisha kakhulu, badlala kakhulu. Look at a free flowing Manzini Wanderers a team lethola chance after chance, after chance. Invonyalele kumele ukuthi asale ayijimisa kakhulu Fabrice finishing.
Okay, ngiyabuka nje lama highlights masambuka na Royal Leopard na Izamir on the day, you know, now Mukowang now trying his luck. But what's wrong with Royal Leopard defense, master? They are everywhere. Nambuga na goalkeeper akuhambe kahle man. Kwendekana. This is main job they need to work on in the preseason heading to the next season. If this was on target, that was supposed to be a goal, because na goalkeeper Nambuga he was not on target, he was not in the right position. Now Baba had more chances, but what a shot, but straight to the goalkeeper. Kwendekana the defense.
Fabrice isakhumula ukuthi last season bayishintshile i-defense weta Mthamizulu aqhamuka kuVovovo, weta Masangane aqhamuka kuVovovo. That defense beyisathi ngalokuthi ijele ihlangane kahle, kodwa I think mine bengafuna i-defender letawupartnerisha naMasangane.
But in the absence of Masangane on this day, Master, due to suspension, what I heard about June, due to suspension, singasho ukuthi mhlawumbe they looked shaky because of the absence yakhe Masangane.
Kulamanye ama games bothola ukuthi naye noma akhona adlala igame lenhle kakhulu, khona la kufika konakale khona. Njoba ngisho ukuthi mina benginamfuna umuntu otawupartnerisha naye Masangane lapha ku central defense.
But going forward, Nakona, there are still errors they need to work on, Master. Like that chance, I think, for a team like Leopard, would see they're the defending champions. I think in this game they could have scored. Both sides could have scored, but when it's not your day, it's not your day. But for Wanderers to get a point, Master.
But lokunye ke Fabrice kumele ukuthi singakhohlwa ku Leopard ukuthi some of ama players base college bayajima. Yes. Lengicabanga ukuthi nako lokho kunga contribute kuyaba affecta lo munye ngiyathi ukuthi lo munye utawubuka ukuthi ingani ngale ku Green Mamba yeah, but i system ebadlala ifani team ayifani, but njoba ngisho nje Fabrice ukuthi Manzini Wanderers iwatholile ama chances lebe kucinga ukuthi le finishing ibe on point.
Is Junior still having one of the best seasons in as much as his team is not doing well?
He's not bad. He's not bad. Just that the team ayikho kule level esiyathi ikuyo. If umdlali lo jwayeleke ukuthi uperforma kahle kakhulu,
kulula nje kubangena Master.
Ile chance lena nje Fabrice iscoop ibhola uyifake uthi nje dik kancane dinka lebhola uyifake nje ngetulu kwa goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper did well to come out.
Yeah. That's a good save. That's a good save.
Wow, not on the day. Wanderers.
So lokunye ke Fabrice. Nawubuka from midfield yayo iRoyal Party kuta kuma attackers. Junior Makakula, the pocket of spaces uyathi ukuthi kumele ngene e18 naseyikuphi ibhola, uyathi ukuthi ipass kumele ayende nini. Nawubuka kule chance lena yekugcina, look at him. Yabona, control ibhola then ngifaka ngaphasi
timing of the pass.
Exactly, because uyambona ukuthi Thabiso uyayakha le run kuta ku post lengicabanga ukuthi na Thabiso bekutaba better ukuthi at least lokungenani ayibuyise back emuva or just uyiforce iye ngale kufa post.
Now we talked about different highlights. Lesingasho ukuthi could have resulted in goals, and those are some of the games. I was tempted for us to listen to the coaches that maybe we should also, in the interest of time, go on and move on to the other games, because we still have games like Denver Sundowns against Seven Dreams also to look at, and there's also Mone Nsingizini, which is the game I want us to look at, Master. For Nsingizini to lose the game under the leadership of the new coach Mek Mwase, singasho ukuthi umsebenzi wa ikhabot uyabonakala Master.
Kakhulu lo mhle kakhulu Fabrice. I'm impressed. Ngake ngasho naka ku Denver Sundowns
last season, yes.
Afika ku Denver Sundowns aqhamuka ku Thabankulu Kelly's. Kuthi bathole coach ku Denver Sundowns. Wahamba ku Denver Sundowns. Ngasho ngathi balahlekelwe ngicoach labe Denver Sundowns iCabot Masosha. Insingizini Hotspurs Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi naye Mwase solo usazama kuthola the best, yes, the best kule team. Akusemidlalo ukuthi ungafika kusele about 6-7 games ufike ujoin team create ama chances like creative against Monen Pirates bebakhona ku breaker yona defense yayo Monen Pirates bese kushota nje finishing ukuthi ibe on point, otherwise the team uyayibona ukuthi kancane
khona lapha yakhona
kukhona le yakhona iyawa create ama chances, iyayizama iyayidlala le bhola akusiko ke lula ukuthi ungadlala ne team le njengeMonen Pirates bese uyadominate, but look,
this is their football we know, we know them better.
Exactly. The confidence leli goal leli Fabrice ngalibukela over and over, ngilibukiswa over and over ngilibukiswa ukuthi nawubuka naso ngale ngekhathi 18 more especially ungale ngenhla Fabrice lo munye ubuka le angle ngathi seyivalekile kancane but lokuthi ngibambe le bhola ngisikide the defender uyayisikide defender step over then ngiphushe kancane
share on the weaker foot and tight con the post of the goalkeeper.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal. Yeah. Very very good goal. Yakhombisa ukuthi iCapot Masosha kukhona umsebenzi la wendako ku Monen Pirates.
Was there power behind that ball? Because I'm thinking keeper should have done something. Keeper went again. Or it was the precision of the ball.
Engconveni Fabrice kuyayibo goalkeeper bese kuyaba libala. Acabanga ukuthi because lo mthetho uthi nangale ngenhla ngishaya fa post. So mine as much as ngithi ngikhavile ngala kune post but ingqondo yami ile kune ku fa post. So nakayishaya la kune post uthola ukuthi vele sekulukhuni but
happy at the defense so far. Ndlabe mengayo in the numbers in the box.
No. Fabrice ngithe nangilibuka le goal leli. That defender he played very well ku Momo Cup. But that defender if we are defender ngale ngenhla kule space lesingale ngenhla Fabrice na ungayibisela kancane nje le clip emuva if we are defender le bhola ungamniketi le space yes usendile step over but naketa ngala ngentasi say plus phela kuwe mvale wena ngale ngenhla ukuthi angayi ngale ngenhla la atawukhona khona kushaya at least naketala ngentasi ikhona icover
but ulimelela ku step over master because you see abona la bahamba kanye kanye but the moment ashaya step over asambe mbili ubona let's go front kancane asambe mbili solo mekahle asambe mbili but the moment ashaya step over I think ayo wasara kancane yeah
usala because I focus yakhe ibuke ibody language instead of le bhola kanzi if as a defender wena wenda sho ukuthi nangimshilda lo mdlali ngimshildela ukuthi angabuyi kule nyawo lafuna ukukhahlela kulo because utaba ingodi selivulekile na umvela umiyekela aya ngale ngenhla ngale wakha le space between yena na goalkeeper uthi akashaye kanzi na umvala abuya ngala kulukhuni kakhulu because seyikhona ne cover ngala ngentasi.
Let's look at the goal master from the moment he gets the ball. Stabuka the positioning of the defense. Maybe singakhuluma ngalo mdlali munye ukuthi the stop over umshayele but nakaphuthela le ball lap similar for defenders ibhola enhle for ma defenders. Ngeke umblame naye.
Yeah, ngeke umblame.
Naka receive ball and buka le ndlela receive ngayo look where he's standing.
But ngeke simblame njani because udlala I center back.
Look. Uyaminga wenga 4 abantu kwanyara ngu3
Fabrice mina ngiyayithi kunebadlali ku defense labakhonela ini ku organizer labakhonela ini because lapha nje nawubuka engconveni yabo they were trying to play offside trap ganzi kune defender lesasele ngala ngentasi ngala and uquick lo mdlali lo I think iMonen Pirates le good ngako iCapot Masosha la good ngako u understand ukuthi once kwaba nebadlali le team yakhe uyitrain ukuthi once kwaba nebadlali 1 2 3 4 badlali bensingizini no space laba ku same space thola that killer pass letakwenda ukuthi eliminate the 4 defenders
in one position
ibashiye iyamshiye le pass le yandi eliminator those defenders lengikhuluma ngabo and the last defender imthola flat footed ganzi ngala ngentasi le offside trap ayisebenzi because they still that defender number 6 lo lapha ku line exactly ganzi njoba ngisho Fabrice ukuthi as a central defender kuba nebadlali lo watiko ukuthi baya commander nasithi siyaphuma okay Fabrice ithi lena kuza imithetho defense high line defending kude umuntu lo tawusala ngemuva ku high line defending nenda sure ukuthi nine nanivale ngala ngembili kancane kwe center line nenda sure ukuthi niyabamaka nivale sonke space all the position amakiwe but if ndawudlala le high line nende kanje ntivule letikhala kanje
uyabona nje ichaza ngayo master ngihappy kakhulu But my focus is number 13 because now it's kanjalo because then he was in the wrong position at the wrong time because the moment he receives the ball, let's look at when he receives the ball. He was amongst those 3 players. Look at the number 13. I think he's got dreads, yes. Release the pass. Look where he is. Now he's got a time to recover. He gets a time to recover.
So recover.
Unalo ithuba yini to command the defense behind him. Get positions.
No, go out kakhulu. But ngithi mina Fabrice, if ndakwenda le high line or maybe ni target I offside trap, make sure kude umumvu ngemva kwakho. Naniphuma nanithi nje nini niyaphuma but la watfolakala ukuthi already so out of balance kanzi nakhona Fabrice ngithi mina kuloko ekucala bekungakamele amvumele ukuthi aye kule space lesingale ngenhlangale amnike lesikhala.
Now the game carried on. Chances were created by Monini Pirates. The other side 7 and Singizini Hotspurs also creating chances. What a shot! But the goalkeeper was standing by. Was it the goal of the weekend for you, Master? The goal led. Was this the goal of the weekend for you? Was this the goal of the weekend? I think for me,
yeah.
I think for me that was the goal of the weekend. Was this for you the goal of the weekend?
Yeah, for me, goal of the week. Now Boga the pass from the midfield. Eliminator 4 my defenders. The run, la indago.
The step over.
The composure. Kutsi ngiyayibamba le bola, angitatateli, ngiyamsikita, step over, uyawa, ngiyahamba futhi, weka foot, goalkeeper ku near post. It's a beautiful goal. Winning goal against Singizini Spurs with Monini Pirates. I think this is a good goal.
Voted. Wow, beautiful. Fast and you hit it. Textbook once again. It's something you can watch international. Now, next in line was Denver Sundowns against 7 Dreams. Master Singasho would say Denver Sundowns. Now Babuga and Singizini in Denver, Monini Pirates, they are there within the top 8. This is a night car and Singizini. Surprise. Maybe they can finish in the top 4. But now we got the top 8. They are within. Denver Sundowns, 7 Dreams. Coming into the game, Master. Both come on 7 Dreams will get a point against Denver Sundowns.
Ngicabanga Fabrice ukuthi 7 Dreams ingathola le point against Denver Sundowns. But for Denver Sundowns Fabrice, I think solo ngiyayibuka solo ngiyayizama le ndlela leyidlalako. Yes, uyazama gcina. Uyayizama that passing game but i-passing game lengana profit lengayiboni ukuthi kahle ifuna ini. Some of the chances uyabona bayawa create 1 ku 7 wama chances utawubona batayifaka ekhatse boxing but the transition is too slow but ngala i7 Dreams ngicabanga ukuthi they played better than yona Sundowns on the day. Defense very solid. Midfield mind you better kule game le nabomxolisi general abekho kule game le nowhere to be found. A wall better kudlala kule game lena a big game ekumele ukuthi ba survive I relegation badlali abekho but ngicabanga ukuthi overall
inkinga waye bangekho mas
bet tizathu i-team itezathu bangatholakali sitabusho lo but nje Fabrice i7 Dreams cishe kule game le yende something lebengakhona ngisho ukuthi beyihluleka kukwenda kulala amanye ama previous games. If i7 Dreams ita create ama chances la kanje the pass understand ukuthi kune space lesiya ngale kune space lesikhona ngale ngenhlangale. I think njoba ngisho Fabrice ukuthi kukhona laba kwende kahle kule game yeDenver Sundowns. Unfortunately kuma set pieces solo ukhona lo mkhuhlane ngihlale ngikhuluma ngawo because angeke uzoconsider ligoli lisoft kanjena Fabrice ufuna kubalekela irelegation
position ya Dombo Master nginakuba worry kancane ukuphi Dombo nyalo akekho offside position nawumbuka Dombo
no akekho
nayisuka kule
no
not the time isuka ku free corner kick nayisuka from the header ngiyambona ujake kubamba ibhola yena enethini but
no akusi offside akusi offside because if maybe goalkeeper besangala kwaDombo that player longale ku
or there's a player from the
yes
from
near
the post,
post
yes
asasele yedwa lepalini then maybe besita kusho ukuthi offside but lana kuthi offside but I understand ukuthi Fabrice kushayo ikhona goalkeeper ngihlale ngisho Fabrice ngiyabenyaya yabo goalkeeper
aphume ngani
no ngaphandle kokuphuma ngiyabenyaya yabo goalkeeper lekuthina kushaya ikhona avale the near post ayekele kuvala ifar post I'm old school the old way yek defender ema corner kicks beka umuntu ku near post bese nangabe awukambeki ke ku near post Fabrice sorry nangabe awukambeki ngale ku far post at least aphume kancane nje la ku far post lapha la kunaDombo khona bekumele ukuthi kube nemumvu atawukhona ukuthi uyayiclearisha le bhola but lapha nje la kunaDombo khona kumele ngala ngentasi kwakhe ngala ngentasi kumele ngabe kunemuntu because Dombo le bhola leya nawubuka kahle na ingasiya rolla nje kude lokungana la kwendile kule bhola leya
sishwa ngalathi uyitsinzile
akayitsinzi ngisho kona ukuthi kude lokungana yena nje uyende u disturb nje goalkeeper ukuthi angayendi le dive
acabanga ukuthi angayendele safe but maso kwakhuluma ngama mistakes yendiwe nge7 dreams ukuthi maybe sekunesidingo ukuthi babuyele ku drawing board nje these are mistakes lesingasho ukuthi it's not Premier League level sitting under 7 dreams we're not harsh on them but kule nama issues lo singasho ukuthi uvetele nokuthi vele there are problems some of the players are not the former coach you know but what's wake waveta ukuthi at some point 2 weeks bayamhlala bangajim and these are some of lama mistakes lesingasho ukuthi it's a team that is not training uyabona ukuthi haphazardly it's a save was this a penalty?
For me, yes.
It's a penalty.
Yeah.
And it wasn't given.
It wasn't given. I think we penalty le.
Master. Nkaras boy. Yes. Because nangabo yitsinzira ibhola.
It's in Bang.
Lo mdlalo 7 dreams. When is the contact? Okay, wait. When is the contact? Because he would hear, let's stop before he falls. I
think that's Jerome Chalinchal. He played very well.
The contact master is the contact lana. Asambembiri kancane or the contact ilana. Asambembiri kwesithathu. Or the contact.
Naya le clip. Bona le clip that trailing leg.
Like on the red foot.
Yes, like a Jerome.
Left foot.
Exactly, because lo mdlalo we-Denver Sundowns yena une opportunity yekuthola le bhola ahambe ayokora uyayitsenza le bhola but already le clip seyendekile kulo mdlalo we-Denver Sundowns mina njoba ngisho ukuthi for me that was a penalty
wayigeja nokuyigeja but I think he hits it when it comes back. It's a penalty, clear and valid. So lesingasho ukuthi on the day maybe Denver Sundowns could have 3 points following this penalty incident. But overall, Denver Sundowns, now wabuga, next step over, are they where they want to be, performance-wise?
No.
Defense, yeah.
Ngikhalile nakuqala isizini ku absence ya Dombo ukuthi kude lo muntu lothatha irresponsibility ku Denver Sundowns. It's like bayadlala nje siyadlala nje
Wasebenza goalkeeper on the
day. This is a very good save. Very good save. Le save lena le ngicabanga if the football gods bataba ngakubo uyohlala ikhumbula by survivor relegation uyohlala likhumbula years le save le.
Now 18 goals were scored over the weekend. All the top 3 teams managed to win, being Bafana Swallows, Young Buffaloes, Green Mamba. The mid-table, some of the team also managed to get points, including Morene Pirates. Then down the 7 Dreams and Manzini Wanderers also put them in a good position by getting a draw. Let's get the top. Green Mamba, Young Buffaloes, Bafana Swallows. Swallows is adding pressure.
It's tough.
I think so far in the most of the well-known leagues, I think we're one of the countries where only 3 teams are competing for the league currently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
In Senegal, they have got 2 teams.
It's
In Ethiopia, they have got 2. We've got 3 so far.
La Eswatini, we're having one of the best. Lesike sayibona yes ngiyikhumbula leya 2 years back. But now buka Fabrice lama teams lengikhuluma ngawo ubuka lamagoli labawashayile Green Mamba 43 Young Buffaloes 42 Mbabane Swallows 47
Offensive.
and now buka nalabo concedile Mbabane Swallows concedile amancane concede 14 Young Buffalows concede 16 then Green Mamba 19
and look at the games they have lost 4-3-0.
Ngukutshela something Young Buffaloes njengoba ngisolo ngikutshela I difference between I Green Mamba ne Young Buffaloes it's only 2 points only 2 points Fabrice basatawudlala if I Green Mamba yenda I mistake Young Buffaloes ikhona lapha and ungayikhohlwa imbabane Swallows because nabo basesekhona kule picture so ngicabanga ukuthi kusetaba likhuni kusengenteka
4 games left master 4 games left
4 games left kusho 12 points
12 points. Remember, there is also the rest to go to Africa. We now take number 1, number 2 to Africa. So, Swallows are playing Highlanders next game. Royal Leopard are playing Buffalo. So, Green Mamba have a chance to extend the lead. Nangabi Leopard share Buffalo. Because we can't say it's easy for Buffalo. It's an armed forces derby. And for Buffaloes to lose, it gives an advantage for Swallows if they also beat Mbabane Highlanders because the records are not on their side. But remember, when Green Mamba play Young Buffaloes on the 24th game, because the 23rd game, this was week 22.
Yeah.
So week 23, it's Young Buffaloes Royal
Leopard.
So week 24, it's Green Mamba Young Buffaloes. And that weekend,
tightly decide.
Yeah. If they draw and Swallows win.
If
bangadraw
kula games lawa Fabrice kula games lawa kunabo if labaneng kakhulu if Young Buffaloes ikhala phasi ku Royal Leopard then ngakutshela ukuthi iwina iGreen Mamba ay sayine sandla sinye iGreen Mamba kule MTN Premier League if iGreen Mamba iloser
master uyayilahla kanye ngihamba nawe kanye but uyayilahla if Young Buffaloes idliwa ku Royal
Leopard ku Royal Leopard
iGreen Mamba iwin iGreen Mamba itaba na 56
no itaba na 50
yes
ansi na 52
the 52 the 55
itaba na 55
so iSwallows ishaye Highland ibe na 50 babuye badlale draw 1-1 yabekisa not
Young Buffaloes ne Green Mamba.
So Green Mamba na 54.
Yes.
Swallows win lesikhathi ba draw na 53.
Njoba ngutshela Fabrice ngithi I team letaba ku advantage because yona itabe soluhlete esicongweni itabe na 55. Lesandla sinye itabe solo sekhona. If imbabone Swallows isafuna kubuya ku title race yayishaye imbabone Highlanders. In fact kulo 4 games nje ngawuse imuwine onke
okay
ithandazele ukuthi Green Mamba idliwe ku Young Buffaloes idliwe ku Royal Leopard.
I'm still to confirm if Leopard will play Green Mamba as well because if there is that game Leopard Green Mamba nakona then Swallows and Buffaloes will have a chance because Swallows and Buffaloes they have played so Royal Leopard is still to play Green Mamba. Now relegation. Last week you told us 7 Dreams will be going home. Can they now go home this coming weekend? If I'm not mistaken, they have Madlenya on Singzin, somewhere there. Can they go home this coming weekend? Because I had given them 3 games. Now they are left with 2 games.
Fabrice, if you win a Royal Leopard, sorry, if you win a Manzin Wanderers, because now you win a Manzin Wanderers, you have 21 points.
Yeah, Baba can't.
Nyalo i7 Dreams kulo 4 games losele ubabeka ku 21 points. If iwina iManzini Wanderers idliwa i7 Dreams 7 Dreams irelegatiwe
sele nyalo ithaba ngolukeli
sekutawusala ithaba because ithaba ngolukeli sayodlala neManzini Wanderers
thathafa
wafa iyafuna ukusurvive iThaba Kelisi, iyafuna kusurvive iManzini Wanderers. So ngicabanga ukuthi nale Berkeley ngale ngephasi ngale ayisiko easy njengoba abantu bayicabanga, more especially Thaba Kelisi and Manzini Wanderers because basetodlala kanye kanye.
They have it. Linda Dlamini, our in-house analyst, believes Green Mamba, they have a hand, almost a hand on the trophy. And then for Seven Dreams, thank you very much, Dlamini, for being here. It's another weekend. I know we will be in for another surprise. Thank you very much.
Ukubonga mina Fabrice, ngibonga ema-loyal viewers.
4 games left before the conclusion of the 2022-2023 season. We can't wait. There is so much incoming in terms of the title race, so much to watch. The title race is still on. 3 teams have a chance to win the league. Until we meet again, this is Fabrice Msonera.